Hey guys, welcome to another Gwent video. Today I'm going to be going over the top 5 Skellige cards in my opinion. Now, some cards are going to be sharing a slot because they have similar abilities. And, there's similar abilities. That's mostly what I can think of. But I'm ranking these cards based on their power to ration ratio, how often you see them, and just how strong they are in general. I mean, which kind of links in with the power to ration ratio. But starting off with number 5, we have Morkvarg and Skirmishers. Now, Morkvarg is definitely a lot better than Skirmishers when it comes to just everything, but I feel like they stand in the same category because most of the time you're using Morkvarg as a discard, and he's basically just a stronger skirmisher. So what Skirmisher says is when this unit is discarded, summon it from your graveyard to the melee row. So you use Scald, you use Berna, you use Brand's leader effect, you use Coral, you use a lot of different people, and you discard the skirmisher and you get a free 2 points. Same thing with Morkvarg. The only difference is that he doesn't have to be discarded. He just has to move to the graveyard. So from battlefield, from deck, from hand, he can be moved anywhere. As long as he's moving to the graveyard, he gets summoned back and has the Doom tag. So he's like, you can Darren him, you can Lippy him, you can just play him right out, and then someone might try to kill him. He's a lot better than a skirmisher, but I feel like they are in the same category when it comes to just what they do. So that is my number 5. For number 4, I'm going to have to go with Scald and Berna. Now, Scald says discard a card, then draw a card, and Berna says draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Now, yet again, just like Morkvarg and Skirmishers, Berna is a lot better, just because Berna draws first, then you discard the cards. Or Scald just discards first, then you draw. But they're both in the same category as, they get rid of the shitty cards you don't want, and they activate your Skirmishers and your Morkvarg. So, just really easy cards. I feel like these guys are auto-include in every deck, but they're not, the greatest when it comes to Skellige. For number 3, I have Dagger and Great Swords. Now, these guys are typically only used in Herald decks, but you can also run them in Ice since they have the Warrior tag. And I did see at least 2 people when I was facing them in rank 15, 16, and all that. By the way, I'm rank 14 right now. I'm not the greatest, but I'll be there soon, guys. But I saw them running Ice, and of course that made me realize there's so many different ways you can ride these guys. You can use Sigdrifa, you can use normal Freya's Blessing, you can use Ice, you can use Necromancy, you can revive these guys a lot of different ways. I was watching Swim the other day, and he was using Operator for his Great Swords. The opponent may have answers because these guys are so weak to start off with, but you just keep on playing them, and at one point they just can't deal with it anymore. And that's when you flood your damage, and basically each point of damage is double points because each time you deal a damage, they gain 1 back. And of course, Dagger is better than the Great Swords, but they're still in the same category because they each boost themselves based on the damage you dealt. The next card is Darren. Now, this card is really amazing. He thins your deck. He just enables your graveyard, and he's good. He's a good target for Morkvarg, or should I say the other way around? Morkvarg is a good target for him. You send Morkvarg to the graveyard, he comes out. So usually Darren's a 9 drop because you're probably targeting the Morkvarg plus the other points you're putting into your grave. Like say you have a Halmar in your hand, like you're running my Ice deck. You have a Halmar in your hand, and you don't have any other things in your graveyard. This guy can be worth even more points passively because now you enacted your Halmar. You activated it. And Darren's just super good. I feel like he's almost auto-include in every single Skellige deck. But the card that I believe should be put in every single Skellige deck possible is Savage Bear. Savage Bear is so good, and I don't know why more people are not running him. More people need to run him. This is an auto-include every single Skellige deck. I know Savage Bear is in every single one of my Skellige decks. 100% of the Skellige decks you see right here, he is in. And the reason why is because usually a card power, like the points it gives you, is usually like its provisions -1. A good card will be worth more, right? Now, usually for a 4-point provision card, they're usually about, 4 points, or, just a little less. They do just a little something, right? But Savage Bear is worth so much because you play Savage Bear, right? And it's just a normal 4 points, right? But he's already better than a wolf. The reason why he's better than a wolf is he can save his damage, and if he doesn't die, he can use it on something else. Plus, he doesn't have a reach, so you can put this guy anywhere and hit, your opponent's shit anywhere. So it's a better wolf already. But then it gets better. So say you play your Savage Bear and you get your 4 points off your 4 provision card, right? It dies. Next round, you play your next Savage Bear. Your next Savage Bear is no longer 4 points. It's 6 points because it has an additional charge for each Savage Bear in your graveyard, which is 1. So now you have a 6-point 4 rationed card, and that's just so amazing. And then with the Beast deck, if you're running Operator, you can have a Savage Bear with 6 charges on it, which then gives you 8 points, and it's insane. Savage Bear is a really good res. I often see myself using Freya on Savage Bear 90% of the time. Savage Bear, Savage Bear, Savage Bear is an amazing card, and I think it's an auto-include in every single Skellige deck. I think this card also needs to be nerfed just a little bit. I feel like it needs to be at least 1 power. If it was at 1 power, I feel like then it would be a fair card. But from it's on the seams, alright? Like it's fair, but at the same time it's a little crazy. Like, people don't understand how crazy Savage Bear is. But they could keep it at 2 if they want. 1 power is also fair. 1, 2 power, it's fine. But this card auto-include, just auto-include it in your Skellige decks. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Hopefully this video helped you make your next Skellige deck. But other than that, guys, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, comment, and crumple up a piece of paper and shove it in your anus, and I'll see you in the next video.